Greetings, family, melanated people all over the world. Thank you so much for tuning black in. The Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. I am your hostess, Deanne, and I'm going to put into action a declaration. I will talk about it a little bit further once I read the fair use disclaimer. So let's go ahead and get started. Like, share, subscribe, follow, like, share, subscribe, follow, like, share, subscribe, and follow. So, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, so I titled my topic Melanated Sistas Unite because I'm in agreement with our beloved sister Monique. So she, like me, we're around the same age, and we've seen a lot over the years, and it appears that we have the wisdom of saying enough. We need to have a certain standard of living in our community, because if it doesn't come from us, the elder sisters that are older, who's it going to come from? And I'm in agreement 100% with Monique, because we had a certain level of etiquette, whether it is learned or if it's taught in school. I'm not sure about that, but we definitely have a certain lineage that we have to represent. So if you do not have an idea of what to wear at the airport, I believe she was at the airport, and I was living in Atlanta for like 12 years, so I totally get it. People putting on anything to get on the plane. So that wasn't always the case. That was not always the case. Particularly, people would literally put on a suit, or a sport coat, or a jacket, or if it's summer, a nice dress, so forth, so on. So to have bedroom slippers on, are you serious? So when you walk outside, you represent the line of people that came before you and who will come behind you. So we don't really take anything for granted, because we know this world is kind of tilted off to the left or right, whichever direction you would like to say. But it's not fair. My cat is, scratching up my new floors, but pardon that noise. So she likes to entertain herself. So she is doing just that. So it boggles my mind that people are doing that, meaning going to the airport. I don't even know if it's because it's the airport. I don't know if that's the thing. It should, if you have to question yourself if this is appropriate to wear, it's probably not. Because we know, like I said, Monique and I are around the same age. I may be a couple of years older. But we come from the era that sisters, brothers, we get on the plane, we're sharp. We are laser sharp. And that should not be the case now, because we represent melanated people. We know better. We know better to have pair of bedroom slippers on? I'm not understanding that. We definitely have a certain level of instinct before we get to the plane, on the plane. And the fact that someone dropped you off perhaps in that attire, I call that person into question because each one teach one. You know, we're not on an island and no one's going to see us ever, blah, blah, blah. If it was your own private plane, maybe I can see that. We have to have a certain level of respect, self-respect, because you know our ancestors paid so dearly for their pain and suffering, and obviously we're seeing more pain and suffering. You know, there was a article, I maybe talk about it tomorrow, about an Asian man that shot, nearly killed a 6-year-old boy. So I'm going to go into that maybe tomorrow, the next day. I don't even know if I can stomach it, but we have to spend, bring truth to power. It's no reason to hide anything, but this is what we're up against. So if you have the ability to get on a plane right now, number one, that's a blessing in and of itself, you know, to just have a certain level of distinction, a certain level distinguish about yourself. Because I believe there's a correlation between low self-esteem and how you can get on that plane just any kind of way. You know, even if you're the CEO of your own company, I don't care. Black and brown people, we are under attack and assault wholesale. We know that. But why would you choose to go on the plane in a head, I think it was a bonnet, I think she referenced, and slippers, bedroom slippers, and a robe or some kind of shawl? I get it. Sometimes it gets cold on the plane. I've been on a plane going cross country, say to Phoenix to New York. So that's a long flight. That's a very, very long flight. And I get it. The temperature is not always, you know, to your specifications. Tend to run a little cold, but there's no reason. There's definitely no reason for that type of attire. And, sorry, Monique bringing it to light, sisters are like sucking their teeth. Not all, but I'm going to come to bat for her because, again, there isn't a reason to dress any old kind of way. I mean, jeans, okay, I get it. It's chilly on the plane. So a pair of jeans, a top, and then just a jacket over it, that's totally appropriate. Even if you have a head wrap on, you can have a decorative head wrap, because I have hair underneath. But when I come on, I usually just do this. I usually will, prepare food. I have my, head. This is just, I got it. I got these. I probably have an assortment of 5 or 6. This is like one and done. So this would be appropriate on the plane. Why would you choose to have a bonnet on the plane? I'm not understanding that. So we have to go back to the self-esteem level, and a lot of people like, I have good self-esteem. I have good self-esteem. But perhaps you do not. You have to dig a little deeper and see what's on the surface, and it could be some deeper stuff, because there's no way I'm about to take a trip in a few weeks, back to the A. So I'm gonna see it front and center. But I'm about to take a trip, and I will definitely not go on a plane to go anywhere in just dress slippers, bedroom slip. I mean, this is not my standard, you know. So we have to live and be on the standard that we're used to. So we should not become used to this kind of behavior and things because this is really atrocious. You know, she didn't call out anyone, maybe no one famous, boom, boom, boom. But it's enough to say, I need to do a video. I think that's what I don't think and she was lovely in her remarks. She wasn't, calling out a particular person. I saw so and so. She wasn't doing that, but she was like, I could count all the women that had bonnets and like blankets and stuff, and just looking a little disheveled. I would think, well, the person can't be homeless because they're getting on the plane, but I don't know. We should have a certain standard. Sisters, we are the first woman to walk the planet. We should have standards through the roof. You know, if I go out on a plane trip and I don't have perfume on, that's usually, oh, I forgot my oil or whatever. But I usually, even in the summer, I know it's 10,000 degrees out here and the AC just cut off. But I lost power yesterday and I got a message from my power company saying, "Oh, we recognize you lost power for, an hour." It didn't stay off that long. I think it was like 30 minutes or so, but it was in the morning, so the heat had not ascended over the roof and blah blah, so it wasn't so bad. But I digress. I just want us to be focused on how we're presenting ourselves. Whether it's the classroom, whether it's the boardroom, whether it's the office, whether it's your own business, no matter where you're going, there's never a reason to just shortchange yourself. It's not even about Monique. It's about you, the Black woman, the original woman. The standard should be way high. I have noticed over the years, we've had a level of downward spiral with this kind of stuff. And I believe this may sound silly or funny or whatever, but I believe there's a direct correlation to the quality of music with the degradation of Black females. Some. We have to look at the music. We have to look at all areas of our lives. And I know Monique, like I said, we're around the same age. We grew up hearing love songs, hearing songs about Black men loving Black women, not Becky's Black women. We had, you know, Luther Vandross, the late, great Marvin Gaye, beautiful songwriters, and they sang about loving Black women. I think we've lost some of that. And I know we have because of the rap and the music has really had a change, a 180-degree change in our society. We had Prince, he had a lot of pop music and he had some ballads and stuff. But, he was all the way around. Everyone was playing Prince, everyone was playing Michael Jackson. I get it. But they actually had several tracks on all of their albums about loving, just loving. You could fill in the blank, loving Black women, loving, you know, yourself. And that's lost in our community. It's sad to say, but it is a lost trade right now. To have a beautiful ballad these days, even if they're producing, it's not going to be played on top 40. or R&B. I have the o R&B oldie station from in Phoenix, and they play it. So this I need to go to that station to have that type of music played in my car. Or I have my car has actually a CD player, and I didn't throw all my CDs out, thank goodness, because I play a lot of my CDs, for love songs, love about music about peace, and I have a lot of Liz Wright, for example. She's awesome songwriter and vocalist. My late father, turned me on to Liz Wright. I'm so glad he did. But this is where we are. So we need to recognize the path that we're in, the fact that it's perhaps at our own hands. So we can look to this, we can look to that. Like I'm looking to music right now because I know that it was a spiral turn downward when we started with the rap. And I think Common may have had a little bit more aggressive rap and political rap and all that, but they're not going to be played. These conscious rappers, nobody's checking for that. It's sad to say, but no one's checking for these political rappers, talking about something. But we're talking about the degradation of Black women. That's what is selling on the airwaves. And so when you see sisters, displaying contempt for themselves, it's like, see, I told you. You know, this is where we are. We're at war, no matter how you try to slice it. This is a war we are in. So, sisters, please take a moment to make sure, check yourself. You have clothes. I know we buy clothes. We buy clothes and shoes. I know that. You know. Now I go to the thrift store. Not every time, but no, not this. Certain things I don't, but um, I go to good areas, really good. This is like the best place. I mean, hands down. I've gotten so many good finds out in Phoenix. If you come to Phoenix in the summer months, I'm not going to advise that, but if you come out here any time of year, we have excellent, excellent thrifting. Excellent, excellent. I mean, I've lived a lot of major cities, and I haven't seen anything like it here. Because I think a lot of people, they're well off. And I know there's certain um, places that I will go because of the area is at a certain level. It's a real good. In fact, I bought not too long ago, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, somewhere in there. Believe it or not, I bought a suede, 100% suede skirt. Now it's nowhere close to suede time, but it's not like it's always hot here. So we have like June, July, August. Those are the hot months. Those are if you get a $10 ticket, fly out here, just don't. There's a reason it's $10. So I'm just saying. But, we really have good thrifting out here. So there's no reason for sisters to set their standard low because the music is showing that. The behavior from others, it's showing that. Breonna Taylor, you know, Black women are not respected in this country, definitely. So we have to do everything we can to erase the images that a lot of people have in their mind when they see us. It's sad to say, but this is what we're doing. We are judging people by the cover. So when you go to the airport of all places, you don't even know. I mean, definitely Atlanta. A lot of celebrities are living in Atlanta or they're coming through Atlanta. You don't even know how you're going to meet a future business partner. Mm, oh, water. So, again, take a moment to assess. If you assess your situation, if you have to ask, you probably shouldn't wear it. You shouldn't have bedroom shoes on in the um, airport. I was about to say the mall. And that's this other thing. Mall. I'm sure these sisters are wearing inappropriate stuff even to the mall. She was just at the airport, so I understand what she was saying at the airport. And so when I fly out, I'm gonna be scanning. Would I go get I think I'm likelihood I'm going to the A, so within the next say 30 days. But it's sad because we were not always like that. We always had a certain level of self-respect. If nothing else, we always, even if you didn't feel that great about yourself, you would not see it on that sister. You would not. You would not. Believe me, you would not see it on that sister. So let's raise our level of, I want to say, be happy. Be happy that you're able to get on the plane. That's one thing. To just have a sense of, I'm able to fly somewhere. So that's good. Not everyone's able to do that right now. The fact that you are, so I'm happy for you. So let's take everything another level up. So if you think bedroom shoes are good, I'm gonna say I don't want to see any bedroom. Now I have bedroom shoes on sitting here. I don't want to see any. I don't even wear my bedroom shoes outside on my property. I have a pair of shoes on the stairs, like my in and out. Well, they're definitely sandals. And so even if I go get the mail, which I did a couple of hours ago, I wear those shoes to the shoes, because I can wear them, my skirt or whatever. I can wear them, they're open-toed shoes. Or sandals, sorry, sandals. So let's just have a certain level of love that we show ourselves, to show that we appreciate ourselves, we have self-respect. And I want to talk to Monique, if she can call and say, this is an opportunity for you to start, and I will co-sponsor. Not that she needs a co-sponsor, a finishing school. Because a lot of sisters, they do not have that knowing. They don't. Some of us do, and we just don't give a you know what. Those who do not, let's go into taking or having a finishing school. I think she's living in Atlanta. I'm sure she has another house somewhere else. But I'm sure it can do very, very well. Do very, very, or even a nonprofit, you know, to help women, sisters help themselves. My grandmother, I may have told the story before, she saw, she was really short. She was like 5 feet, maybe, or 4'11". She was really, really short. And I guess she saw I was going to be tall, which I am. I'm like 5'11". And She had me walk with a book on my head. I was probably 9 or 10. I was about 9 or 10. So she wanted me to own the room when I walked in, not to be slumped over. I can't tell you how many women, white and black, I see the backs already curving, because they have a sense of pride, at their height, you know. And this is not good because self-esteem, I think Monique in part was saying, where's your pride? Because I watched her clip. Where is your pride, sisters? You know, don't do anything that you have a sense of you don't have a sense of self-respect. So don't go anywhere. Don't be about this, I'm throwing on anything to go on the plane. I don't even understand that mindset. I've just never seen it. But like I said, I'm gonna be front and center. I'm gonna be, turning my head to see. Not to make fun of it, but to say if we know better, we can do better. We definitely know better. We have Prada, we have whatever, or fake Prada. We have all the whatever. I mean, that's not how I get down, but I know how we spend money foolishly. That's another topic. Um, and we have Prada, we have Gucci, you know. I think these glasses are Coach. These are Coach glasses. I like the style, so they just happen to be Coach. But I didn't get them because they were Coach. I like the style, and I said, "Oh, when it's I saw Coach." But self-esteem has to come from within. The self-esteem has to come. If it doesn't come in your childhood, and I totally get that. I didn't come from a mother that, gave me high level of self-esteem. I did not. I learned that from my grandmother. Thank goodness we lived in their duplex. My grandparents owned a duplex and we had an apartment in the duplex. Thank goodness. Someone was there to show me, guide me. I believe that's the spirit that Monique is trying to say, hey, think about your decisions because your children are watching. Oh, mom, get on the plane. Even if it's not registering, it's registering. And so when we know better, we definitely know better. I can't believe someone said, oh, I need to wear a pair of bedroom slippers in the airport. Oh my gosh. When we know better, we do better. And I know we know better. And like I said, if you weren't raised in a particular level of self-esteem, read books, watch videos. I do that every morning and night. I start my day a certain way. I end my day a certain way. I don't have any chaos and confusion. Mm-mm-mm. That's checked at the door. And my shrines and stuff set up in a way people who may come here, they're going to check that energy at the door because I'm not entertaining that, because I know how I'm living and how I'm being in the world. So I just want to take my hat off to Monique. She said something and people, obviously was irritated and blah, blah, blah. Get over it. Get over it. Because I am not too far behind her with that. And the fact that I saw that video, I was like, people are doing that? We know better, we do better. So, yeah. Yeah, I look forward to your comments. I definitely look more forward to your comments. And, if you want to reach out, you should have my phone number. And Let's have a conversation. I don't think Monique was so off, kilter of like, oh, Monique, oh, she's criticized, it's not about that. She's an elder woman, a wise woman. Not, she's not elder, but she's an elder in a sense of, over 50, I believe, is like elder status or seasoned woman. I'll say that. She's a seasoned woman. And she has a right. It's an opinion. It definitely is an opinion. Take it or leave it. But if you take it in the spirit that she gave, just saying, you know what? I can do better. I can do better. I had a pair of jeans. I mean, if anything, I wear a pair of jeans because I know it's a little cooler on the plane or long pants. Maybe not a skirt, but maybe long pair of long pants. And I will have a shawl, a dull jacket or something over it, and a nice top, if it gets hot or whatever. But that's a whole different level of just wearing bedroom slippers and a wrap and all like that and a bonnet. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, all right, beloved. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I just wanted to kind of this is a brief discussion because I believe Monique, she came under fire. And I'm like, you spotted, you got it. So I think she stepped on some toes, but it was in a loving, sisterly, big sister way. And that's how I took it. And I wanted to talk about it today. And because I know she's coming under attack of like, oh, who's Monique, and, hey, take it, leave it, whatever you do. But please don't go to the airport with bedroom attire and a rag on your head. Come on, come on, come on. I know we know to do a little bit better than that. So thank you so much, beloved, for tuning in. Share, 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 like, subscribe, subscribe. And I look forward to reading you all's comments. And I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 2:30 Mountain Standard Time, 5:30 Eastern. And this is the Melanin Report 360. I look forward to your comments. Stay safe, be well. Peace.